time for Growing Hope, the show determined to grow up hearts open to pursue the extraordinary. Because you are extraordinary! And now, it's your host, Catherine Lang.
Hello there. Welcome to Growing Hope. I am Catherine Lang, your voice of encouragement on a journey to build up the hearts that are going to change this world. Because I know that with seeds of hope planted and spread across the world, you can change the world, even if it's just your world at a time. But we are investing in changing our world by knowing what we're uniquely designed to do, and then taking the steps to walk it out. We cannot live our unique design if we are not willing to walk it out. We can know all about what we're uniquely designed to do, but if we never take action, never take purposeful action, and never move into what we're designed to do, we might as well not even know it. We're just wasting that uniqueness, standing around waiting for things to happen to us. But if we take that purposeful action, then we can get there. And part of the taking purposeful action is getting invested in learning. If you are not learning something, you are not growing. And if you're not growing, you're stagnating. Nobody wants to stagnate. So let's stop stagnating and let's stop getting stuck in our what ifs and what onlys and what could have beens and whatevers. And let's get invested in knowing through learning. So over the last few days, we've been talking about how learning is going to give us what we need to keep on keeping on, to keep on living out our unique design, to go from being tethered to the ground like a caterpillar to taking flight as a butterfly. And today we're talking about how learning actually fuels the competitive edge. It gives you an edge up on the people that are on this journey around you. So learning develops teamwork. Learning expands understanding. Learning helps you step up. Learning makes you more willing to dare. And learning enhances your expert status. So the more that you're learning about your unique design, the more that you're encompassing that learning into your journey, the more it brings a tension to your journey so that you create this competitive edge. Not because you're walking around going, look at me, but because you're sharing that knowledge that you're gaining with the people that you encounter in your effort to fuel them into their possibilities, into living their best life. So as you're doing this and you're investing in others, you stand up and stand out because you've been invested in learning. We are attending a church right now, and someone invited me the other day to come and lead their Sunday school class. Now, I've never been to their Sunday school class, but it encouraged me to know that he is seeing in my walk, in what I'm sharing in the different classes that we have encountered each other, he is seeing something that he thinks would be valuable to his Sunday school class. Not because I've asked to lead, although I'm getting bolder in doing that, because that's what happens as you're learning, as you're truly embracing your unique design, as you're stepping out into who you are called to be, you become bolder. And as you become bolder, you step up. And when you step up, people take notice. And he took notice and he said, hey, would you come and lead the class? Now, the first time he asked me, someone else, they'd already found a substitute. And he came and he said, let me let you take my class next week. And I was like, no, I'm good. But the next opportunity, he asked again. Because the more you're invested in who you're supposed to be, the more people take notice. And the more they take notice, the more opportunities will present themselves for you to walk out your unique design. Learning feeds that. Learning grows those opportunities, and learning continues to expand your journey. So learning is going to fuel you the competitive edge because learning develops teamwork. as you are learning, you are developing the relationships. And as you're developing the relationships, you're creating connections. I was just on a live stream earlier, and Jim was talking to a gentleman about Instagram. Now, I know absolutely nothing about Instagram other than it is a social media platform. I have used Instagram, but never successfully. I don't know enough about it. So I am learning from what Jim is sharing. And because Jim is constantly invested in sharing information with his followers, with his people, we have developed this connection. Because we have a connection, we are creating a relationship where I can reach out to Jim and ask him a question, and Jim can reach out to me and ask me a question. We're creating a team. We may not be on a team, but we are willing to work together. And remember, teamwork makes the dream work. I had to figure out a way to put that in there. But when you are invested in other people, you create these fundamental strengths that will allow you to turn to them and will give them the focus on your journey. Remember, because when you're invested in learning, you step up and you stand out, and they notice that and they share it. I have another friend, Tom, who is the leading authority on leadership and has written the book to prove it. And I will share a link in the video and on the website that will get you to his book. But because Tom and I have built this relationship over several years, and he's watching as I grow, that he is willing to invest in me, and he consistently shares out content that I've written, or he comments, or he sends me wonderful, inspirational comments or emails. Because he is watching me grow, he is sharing and is willing to share. He has become part of my team. And the more you're learning and the more you're connecting and the more you're sharing, the stronger your team becomes and the more it expands. So there's more people out there like Nathan and Amaron and Dolph that are there to encourage me, support me, lift me up. Steve, who's there just strictly to annoy me. But you have this team that lets you get things done. And that gives you the competitive edge. The second thing is that learning expands your understanding. So the more, not just about what you're doing, but about the people that you're encountering. So the more that you're learning, the more you are beginning to see how others react to what you're learning and what you're sharing, what they truly need from what you're learning and what you're sharing, and how you can be an encouragement in their journey. Ultimately, whatever it is you are doing, if it is all about you or it is all about money, you will either burn out or burn up. If you're not invested in being a support, encouragement, and a help to other people, then you will burn up or you will burn out. Your purpose is first to love God, love others, and that is how we get to where we're supposed to go, through this love that is other focused, outside focused. And it only comes from knowing your inside. The more you know you, the more you understand who you are, the more you learn about what you're doing, the more you can invest in others. And it gives you this understanding of how you affect other people, how you can be a blessing to other people, and when you can be quiet and do more for other people than you could do if you really explained to them how stupid their comment was. Sometimes, like I shared on a post earlier, sometimes you just have to learn to keep your mouth shut. And it's so easy for me, but I'm learning. And that's going to give me the competitive edge I need to take that next step. So learning will also help you to step up. I mentioned before that I was invited to teach Sunday school class. I enjoy leading classes, but it can be scary and intimidating to step into a class I know nothing about. The church we attended previously, I was invited to come substitute in one of the mature adult classes. And I thought, what do I have to share with these folks on their journey? Because at that point, I was equating age with deeper understanding. In truth, it's the learning that grows us to the deeper understanding. And I was very actively invested in learning even back then. So as I'm continuing to learn now, I am finding that I have more opportunities to step up, and I'm taking them. I mentioned recently that I'm no longer asking permission, and I'm no longer apologizing for being my unique self. I am determined to walk out this path, and it's learning that's gotten me to that place of determination. As I have leaned in to understanding my unique design, I have become bolder and more determined to walk out that unique design. And because I've become bolder and more determined, I am ready to step up and take a leadership position. So if you're struggling to take that leadership position, make sure you find that link to Tom's book and begin to walk out the steps to become a sustained leader. When we are stepping up, we are taking the front place. And you can take this place boldly because you have invested in the learning that's fueling your confidence. You know what you are good at because you have invested in learning. You have become confident in your abilities, in your understanding, in your expertise, because not only have you learned it, but you've been walking it out. You've been practicing it. You've been building on it. You've locked together those building blocks, and you have little by little become what you are uniquely designed to be. And because you are there, you can boldly and confidently step up into the positions that you know you're supposed to be walking out. And you have just as much confidence in saying no to the things that you are not supposed to be stepping out into. The fourth thing is that leading makes you more willing to dare. When you are walking out your unique path, nobody else has ever walked it. Not even the person who is walking a similar path or trying to reach a similar position, or maybe they have reached the pinnacle of awesomeness in that particular area, but they had to walk their walk, and you have to walk your walk. And because you have to walk your walk, it is new, it is different, and you have to dare to take the steps. But learning makes it possible to dare, because learning gives you that confidence that you can, not just that you can, but that you will, because that's what you're supposed to be doing. I am going to do this because that is my unique design. I have it in me right now to live my best life, and I'm going to, because that's what I'm called to do. The only thing holding me back is the man in the mirror, and I've told that man to take a hike. We are going to do this, and learning gives you the daring to do this. Also, learning allows you to mitigate the risks, because the more you know about where you're going, and the more you know about who you are, and the more you understand about your uniquenesses, the bolder you are in your steps, and because you recognize who you are and whose you are and where you're supposed to be walking. When you understand, then the risks aren't so risky. If you know all about rappelling, then rappelling isn't a risky sport, because you know you're confident and you dare to take the leap because you're confident in all that knowledge. When you become confident in who you are and who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing, then you dare to do it, despite what the world says, despite what the world shows you, because you know you can. Learning gives you that competitive edge because you know it deep down in your knower, so much so that you're not going to be stopped. And finally, learning enhances your expert status. People look to you for what you're sharing. You're sharing what you're learning, and you're sharing what you're learning inside your unique design. You're not trying to be a know-it-all. You're not trying to do it the way that other person is doing it. You're not trying to steal everybody's ideas. You're being you, 100% totally authentically raw you. And in doing so, you catch the attention of people who need what you're sharing. If you're exposing your heart, there is another heart out there that needs what you're sharing, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to make friends, have fun, find ways to be relentlessly helpful, because it is in being helpful that we take our step towards our unique design. It is being invested in others and encouraging others that we become bold enough to live our best lives. And the more we learn and the more we share, the more people look to us for what we are specifically focused on sharing. Now, understand, there are so many things that we can share about. I love cooking. I can share cooking videos. I love writing, and I have written, 9 books. I could share about writing. I love hosting gatherings, and I could even become a party planner if that's what I was led to do, because I have those gifts, I have those abilities, but that is not my passion. That is not my heart seed. My heart seed is to lift up, cheer up, grow up, and stir up the children of God, to tell you that yes, you can, because you are designed to live your best life. You are designed on purpose and for a purpose. And because I am growing in that and I am daring to speak it out, I am becoming an encourager to the nth degree. That is my goal, is to encourage you. So reach out to me and tell me how I can encourage you. DM me and give me a direct message. Send me an email and say, this is how I need encouragement today. I had someone do it recently. And now I've added him to my prayer list, and I will continue to pray for him because he reached out and said, how can I find the encouragement for this? I want to be your encouragement, because that is what I am learning, that I've known all along that I'm an encourager, but I'm learning to be bold and purposeful in that encouragement. When we invest in learning, we give ourselves the fuel we need to keep on keeping on. And learning will fuel your competitive edge, because learning develops teamwork, learning expands understanding, learning helps you step up into leadership positions, learning makes you more willing to dare, and learning enhances your expert status. You are amazing at being you, and you are the only person that can do it. And when you lean all into your unique design, then you are the expert. Nobody else can out-expert you in you. So learn who you are, what you're designed to be, and then lean into it 100% boldly, in purpose, and on purpose. If you are struggling in any way to discover your unique design, to make a plan to walk it out, to learn more, to give you that bold, purposeful encouragement, reach out to me today. Go over to KatherineLang.com or GrowingHopeRadio.com and look for the button on the side of the screen that says, book a call, and let's talk. It's a free phone call, 20 minutes. Let's talk about where you need encouragement, where you need focus, or where you need to uncover your heart seed. You are amazing, and I am here to dare you to walk out your amazing. Thank you for joining for Growing Hope. Until next time, remember, in all that you're doing, be blessed and find a way to be a blessing to those you encounter.
Thank you for joining us for Growing Hope with Katherine Lang, where we are sharing hope, encouragement, and inspiration to do more. Visit www.catherinelang.com to invite Catherine to be part of your event or to share your own stories of possibility living. Until next time, remember that a seed of hope planted and nurtured will grow up into a world of possibilities.